Now the cross multiplication method is one of the more complex methods to solve a pair of linear equations in two variables. Now this is a process-oriented method in which we only need to remember the formula and then blindly follow the steps. Now let's begin by taking the general pair of linear equations. That is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. Now note that in both these equations, the values of a1, b1 and a2, b2 cannot be 0. Now let me give you an expression. There, you notice the arrows in the denominators? They are here to help us out, because we need to write these denominators as the product of downward arrow numbers minus the product of upward arrow numbers. So we get x divided by b1c2 minus b2c1, you see that, equals y by c1a2 minus c2a1, which in turn equals 1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1. Sounds complicated? Well, let us take two equations, x minus y equals 30 and x minus 3y equals 10, and let us apply this method. So let's compare the first equation, x minus y equals 30 with the general form, and we get a1 as 1, b1 as minus 1 and c1 as minus 30. Similarly, on comparing the second equation, we get a2 as 1, b2 as minus 3 and c2 as minus 10. Now let us again come back to the expression there. Now let's substitute these values a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2 in this expression. There you go. Now what do? We reorganize the denominators and we take the help of these arrows. Remember, the product of downward arrow numbers minus the product of upward arrow numbers. And this is what we get. Now we simplify this further and we finally arrive at x by minus 80 equals y by minus 20 equals 1 by minus 2. So we have x by minus 80 equals 1 by minus 2 and y by minus 20 equals 1 by minus 2. This gives us x equals minus 80 by minus 2 and y equals minus 20 by minus 2. Or simply we can say that x equals 40 and y equals 10. Now that was not so bad. All you need to remember is the formula and then blindly follow the process. Okay?